Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back here on the bridge, and today, yes, we got something to go over from the Star Trek Online X feed, so on screen. Yes, captains, before we get into this video, do us a huge favor and hit that like button to help this video, to help the overall channel. Of course, if you're new here, welcome. Consider subscribing here to the YouTube bridge, where we're always on the lookout for like-minded captains to share our love, passion for Star Trek Online, but also things Star Trek. Now that said, here we go. Yes, captains ECs are going to be dropped as we normally do. Then at the end give our conclusion. So first up, earn additional dilithium ore throughout the game on Xbox and PlayStation this week. Save in the dilithium store and grab vanity shields for dilithium. So it is now the console bridge's turn for this event. So we just went through this there on PC. It is now my console caps' turn. So here you go. So July 22nd, it starts today as a drop of this video, or it's already on as a drop of this video, and it goes until the 27th. And of course, additionally, on top of the bonus dilithium event, you can have and enjoy discount of 20% on ships in the dilithium store. I've said this before, we've made a video, and I will link it either at the end card or description below. Our recommendation for that ships, or a ship in the dilithium store, is that Temporal Escort. Really, really good console that you can get for your tunes very relatively cheaply too. 20% is not bad. 35 would be better, but I don't remember ever seeing a 35% sale on ships in the dilithium store. You can correct me if I'm wrong, captains, there in the comments below. So you have that as well. Of course, here are the activities you can get your bonus dilithium. And of course, in the same time frame, July 22nd to the 27th, the 15 vanity shields return as well. I've only gotten like the 4, but the new ones, of course, are the Prodigy, Safe Galaxy, Courier, Raider, Emerald, and Discovery refit. Vanity shields have been added recently on top of the 10 we had before. And if they're newer captains here looking for the black ones, well, Session 31, you got your black and blue. And then, of course, the Baul, it's black with a little bit of like Aztecing or some sort of design on your hull, but with red outlining. Sometimes I prefer the Baul shields. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you, Cap. So there's that for the bonus dilithium event. Now, there was maintenance done, but of course that is done. I don't see no notes. So it was just a server restart. Now it's up for all platforms, so nothing too crazy. Now, as you already saw in the thumbnail, some items have now dropped newly in the Mud store. So let's go over them. And I'm going to say it's pretty exciting, I think. So new items in Mud's market. So Mud is bringing the Alliance Rex Pilot Escort, the Phavo Space Set, and the Trifluoride Maelstrom Torpedo Launcher into his market on PC. So of course this will drop on the console bridge eventually, so do not worry there, my console cap. So of course the Rex here. Now this, we lost our ever loving aft when this ship was announced, because it looks really good, to be honest with you. I love the look of the ship, love the combining of the Defiant and the Bug ship, and it just turned out really well in my opinion. So we're starting Tuesday, so July 22nd, that is today as a drop of this video. You can see here, and what's more, everything in Mud's market except bundles will be 75% off from July 22nd to the 29th. So that's kind of exciting in terms of, well, I don't want to say exciting, sorry. That's the best deal we're going to get in the Mud store, is 75% sale. And even then, it's still pretty high. Now, if it's going to be worth it is very subjective. I'm going to give my honest ECs. Okay, Caps? Like we normally know. We're going to start with the Rex ship here because it's the first item here. This ship, if I'm not mistaken, was the anniversary ship back in 2024. So last year, that was the ship that we got for our anniversary event there. And it was great. Really, really good ship, in my opinion. I'm not going to go over this. We already did a video, but stat-wise, we will go over it quickly. So Lieutenant Tactical Miracle Worker and Lieutenant Commander Engineer Pilot seat. For me, the Miracle Worker was the one that was the best seating on this. Pilot, I don't really use that much, to be honest. But as you can see, it's a 5'2" weapon layout. And the officers' stations are there: Commander Tactical, Lieutenant Tactical Miracle Worker, Lieutenant Commander Engineering Pilot, Ensign Psi, Lieutenant Commander Universal. Console's 5 TAC 2-inch 4 Psi. And of course, you can equip dual cannons. It has the pilot maneuvers. So there's that. And it has the Alliance Wingman. Starship Mastery Package, of course, is of an escort. So the console, the Elite Alliance Squadron, this was like one of the coolest things. And especially for captains who love pet builds, definitely a staple on pet builds. I think, at least. I'm not really a pet captain, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, captains. But these are all the ships that you can summon when you use the console that this ship comes with. So, as you see there, activate an Alliance Fleet Beacon to call in a squadron of reinforcements that fly and fight alongside you. Armed with quad cannons, a mix of arrays and turrets, and a pair of quantum torpedo launchers each. If your ship has access to Gem Hunter wing commands, the called vessels respond to wing commands. The ships have the following abilities. So there you go, the Bird of Prey, Torpedo Yield 1, Attack Pattern Omega, Gem Hunter Fighter, Scatter Volley, Engineering Team, Federation Escort, Scatter Volley 1 and Attack Pattern Alpha, and the Ramen Warbird, Cannon Rapid Fire 1, and Attack Pattern Beta 1. It's a fun console. Love seeing a bunch of whole ships come to your aid when you're fighting the enemy. So there's that, and it also provides a passive boost to critical severity and flight speed. So that's not bad, especially if you're a new captain and you have the means, you have the funds, then this could be something for you to consider. But again, I cannot tell you with 100% certainty that this is worth it 100%. It's still subjective. Personally, if I'd missed this, I would be wrecked, but I have it, but it's not a ship that moves the meta. So it's a ship to have if especially you love the Alliance fleet, which we'll go in a little bit after. That has been growing steadily over the years here in Star Trek Online. So experimental weapon is the inertial Polaron shunt. Nothing too crazy for me personally, so it's a purple weapon. I don't like the purple weapon, so there's that. And the Starship trait that comes with, it's kind of interesting. Starship trait: during beams will at fire or cannon, scatter, volley, or torpedo spread, weapons fire applies a debuff to foes. Damage resistance rating. The strength of the debuff depends on the current speed of your vessel. So it's subjective. If you like to move around, it might help. If you're one of those type of captains who park and shoot, it might not be so helpful. But again, as a placeholder, if you decide to get the ship, it's there. Now, next is the Phavo set. Now, I'm gonna just go straight to the omnidirectional Pavin Proton Beam. This is the highlight of this set, 100%. This omnidirectional Pavin Proton Beam helped me, okay, in a team that was supporting me for an IAC high DPS run, helped me gain a net over 2 million DPS, okay? It does chain against enemies that are near together, okay? So it's great. It actually does hit other ships around the initial ship that you hit, so it definitely adds performance to your ship. The other items in the set, not so really great. You have the Pavin Proton Energy Torpedo, the Pavin Crystal Battery, and then of course you got the actual bonus pieces. Now, of course you do get the Pavin Insular Bombardment Beam, which is kind of a cool thing, but I've never seen it other than the fact when it was released. That's it, to be honest with you. If you like that type of thing and you're just gonna have fun with it, well then there you go. But this definitely does help. Now, of course, it's a meta type item and a very good performing weapon. Enough for you to get in the Mud Store. If you missed it, again, if you have the funds, sure. If you're really wanting to squeeze out every type of performance you can on everything on your ship, then yes. Again, if you have the means. If not, then I wouldn't worry about it. If you're playing for fun, you don't like, and the beam is like a white color, wavy white color. Think of it that way. And if you're on a Federation ship and you just want orange beams, well, it's not going to match your beams, to be honest with you. So just keep that in mind. But in the Phavo space set here, that omnidirectional beam is the thing to go for. So there's that. And then lastly is this, the Trifluoride Maelstrom Torpedo Launcher. So this thing came after the Maelstrom Quantum Torpedo, and this thing hits really hard. Slow firing, but it hits really hard. So we'll go over it quickly here. So torpedo launchers fire projectiles that deal heavy kinetic damage. Shields drastically reduce the effects of kinetic damage, of course. Maelstrom projectiles that deal high damage but need time to recharge. They can store excess energy in the warhead, allowing them to functionally charge up damage. The Trifluoride Maelstrom launcher, on defeating foes, leaves behind trifluoride fragments that can be collected for temporary bonuses. So when you defeat an enemy, like little crystals, you'll see that they're in space. You can kind of fly towards them, through them, and you'll gain some bonuses there. Only 2 Maelstrom launchers may be safely equipped at a time. Maelstrom launchers deal double damage against weaker foes, cruisers, and smaller always. Battleships with their shield facing near zero, and dreadnoughts and players under 50% hull. So it's purple. So for me personally, on a Fed ship, it actually will work. Why? Because in Star Trek Lower Decks, the Texas class was firing what? Well, purple torpedoes. It is an actual thing now. So have I put purple torpedoes on my Federation ships? You betcha. Why? Because it's actually canon. So, and this thing hits hard. And the reason why I have all of these items, they were events. So that's what happens with event items after a year. I'm surprised the Rex came into the muds that quickly. But regardless, all these items that come into the muds there, for the most part, are items that we got for events. That's why we always recommend caps to always do the events, just because you never know, right? Like just right now, what's running currently is the summer event, and I just unlocked the holo ship. So much fun. I had so much fun on stream last night with it, and definitely going to share the build that we did with it, and look out for that, captains. But for this particular item here, the Trifluoride Maelstrom Torpedo Launcher, it does hit hard. Probably not as hard as the Quantum, but it hits hard. I hope they carry this forward in the future, where they give us more Maelstrom torpedoes, because I want a Photon Maelstrom Torpedo to pair alongside my Quantum Maelstrom Torpedo. So what I suggested, it is a hard-hitting torpedo. I see even energy builds have Maelstrom torpedoes. The Quantum is the first choice, but if you don't, well, then you can have this. So it does help performance, and I've seen these things hit for like 1 million plus in the right situation. So there's that. We're going to circle back to the Rex here, because I was talking about the Alliance fleet, and the Alliance ships have just been great. So we're going to go over them quickly. Now, how big and how many ships there are in the Alliance fleet that we have in Star Trek Online, which I think are a great hit. So very first ship that we got was back in 2020, was this Khitomer Alliance battle cruiser, kind of of course, the Federation Klingon hybrid. Great looking ship, great fun ship. Like, all these are fun ships for me personally, and they perform well, especially if you know how to synergize your build. The best thing you can do with these, to be honest. But are they meta ships? Not at all. Next one was this back in 2021, which is the Alliance Khitomer Raider. Now this, as a torpedo boat, this hits hard, and I think the design is really, really cool in my opinion. You have the Romulan and the KDF joining forces there, and it just has a really cool look to it in my opinion. So now we had those 2 ships. The ship that came after that in 2022 was the Jirok. I'm not much, again, as a carrier captain or a pet captain, but I definitely still had fun in this ship. But you can see the influence there is Federation again and Romulan. Kind of a funky looking ship, but a fun one nonetheless. And of course, it was 2024 when we got the Rex, which is, again, just smexy. The Rex is just smexy. And of course, this year we got the Garrett, which is a great looking fleet. I'm not gonna lie to you, captains. This Alliance fleet now that we have in Star Trek Online is a great fleet. So we got a cruiser, we got an escort, we got a carrier, another sort of escort here, a raider, I should say, and then of course the battle cruiser. So if you're one captain who is looking to fill your Alliance fleet in Star Trek Online, well, yes, then I would say this is a must-have. Is it a meta performing ship? No. Can you make it perform well? Of course. You can make anything perform well. So the, of course, sort of attraction to the MUDs markets is the account-wide unlock. So you buy this on your one character, this is going to be account unlock If that's going to be worth it for you for that 75% off, then for sure, I'd say go for any of these, to be honest. And this is, I rarely say that. I rarely do say that, but these are actually really good items that I've personally enjoyed. And you know, I still am going to be doing a stream where we do an Alliance themed night where we can bring out any of the Alliance ships here, because could you imagine a whole fleet of these things? That would be so fun in a TFO. I would love definitely to have that happen. So that's going to be the video, Caps. It's just a quick update. And yes, just for those who are wondering, I did check the Stowe Discord for the news, and none of this was there. As of checking right now, while I'm recording this video, none of this is there. The last thing that they put on their Stowe Discord announcement was the free uniforms from Strange New Worlds. So for now, I will always be going here first to the X Fleet until they start really just posting it in the Stowe Discord consistently. So anyways, that's going to be the video. Like I said, Captains, do us a huge favor, hit the like button, comment below, let us know if you're going to be getting the Rex. I would love to know which Caps is going to be adding that to their fleet. And of course, subscribe here to the YouTube bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.